How's it going?
All right. What's happening?
Not much.
Right on.
Trying to get back into this work thing.
I read you. They were saving up for you, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And more. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
But hey, it's job security.
Kind of had a little bit of a squirrely week feeling wise. I spent the last few days just kind of hanging around the shop, working on stuff, trying to get it up for the month. I'll hit the ground running next week, but then Tuesday I get another eye injection, and then Logan's Christmas concert follows thereafter. So, but I've got 5 hours between injection and concert. Maybe I can actually get where I can see him on the floor, but we'll see.
Right.
But we're just going to go to Franklin and just stay in Nashville all day.
No, that's not a bad plan.
Yeah.
And the trick is getting to Franklin, do your moving around in between the rush hours.
He's doing a Cheshire Cat thing back there.
Yeah, I see that. Hello.
He says he's about to finish his first module with his people. And he says, "Great, you're ready to run us through one."
How's it going with the with your D&D game?
Now go.
Yeah, you glitched out there for a minute. Yeah.
So they're almost done. They're taking a break right now because they're out of school.
Gotcha.
Everybody's been sick. He said.
Mm-hmm.
Pegg stayed home yesterday. He had one of his children sick.
Mm.
So he came by and brought me my Friday biscuit and then promptly left. So I hadn't heard from him since.
Very much 'tis the season.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you might be interested in this if it will work properly. This is want to kind of show you that game that Neff recommended the other day. Based on 5th edition D&D.
Right.
Let me see if I can find. Here we go. Gotta fire it up.
Realize it.
Hello. Speaking of Neff.
You mispronounced devil.
Oh, hang on. You got noise going on here. Let me turn this down. Quiet, damn it. Okay, there we go. Not you guys, that's a silly game. I was going to show them the Solasta.
Oh, okay. I saw you playing it. I was hoping you were enjoying it.
For the most part. Yeah, what you said is completely accurate. It's a very faithful rendition of 5th edition. All the way down to the frustration with the dice. Although that's not 5th edition. That's just dice.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on with these rolls? And then I found out that, in fact, yes, the rolls are based on the difficulty settings pushed. They're weighted one way or the other. And with the AI kind of getting a natural boost because it's an AI. So, okay, I get it. I don't need help having more difficulty with, by making the dice roll worse, because I always roll worse with dice. What's the problem here? So that's the only part I didn't like. Otherwise, it's fine. For some damn reason, my party are vulgar. I don't know how that happened. They're very profane.
Make them?
Oh, yes, I made them, but I didn't intend to make them like that.
Did you pick all the vulgar settings as you were making them? I mean,
no, what vulgar settings? I mean, they're no, I don't think I did. You're talking about the personality traits.
Picked all the personality traits that were in the chaotic evil side. I know it.
Well, like ass punch, attack.
Yeah, something like that. Hello, Stephen.
Like they ask you questions like, if you could use reason or violence, what do you choose? You say violence, of course.
Reason to violence. Oh, here it is. I found it. Present.
Grab pull arm, smack foe in head, repeat as necessary.
See if this works. I don't know if it's working or not. Can you see the thing?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So And it has the ability to make your own dungeons. You remember Neverwinter from way back when?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. But this is the view. It's top down isometric sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think I'm going to get involved in any fighting at this stage. Uh-oh. That's somebody's going to want to talk. Yep.
Mm.
So yeah, you get your cutscenes and they're talking and they're
Tall she are.
Now I don't hear it at all. That's okay, but I did want to point out to people that haven't played it that it's all got voice acting. It's pretty neat.
yeah, it is. But isn't everybody?
I see Matu is wearing a crown. Very interesting.
Yeah, well, with regrets.
It's hilarious to me because I recreated Nighthawks, and guess who's wearing the crown?
Yeah. Yeah, but you can see, that there's the green one over there, and poor Tyr, who's all the way from a game long, far away.
He does look like he's dressed to look like a caster.
Yeah, I know it. Need to work on that. Well, I think you get an idea of this. The other thing that I wanted to show you, yeah, make your own dungeon. So very much in the vein of Neverwinter, except with quite a bit more sophistication.
Well, that's cool.
And maps. There was a map. Where's the map thing? No, I don't. I'm not going to be doing a thing with this because just no time.
Mm.
I just want to see that it existed. And apparently, there's some folks that have already made things that are available as in the Steam workshop, but those your mileage may vary. Locations. Oh, there it is. I didn't actually save it. What do we want this to be? A town, a valley? Oh, weather. Okay. Well, I guess we can't do much more than that. Yep. There you go. Build your town and do stuff. Oh, I see. You gotta make a room first?
Yeah, it says props need to go in rooms, so need the tile set and then set the stuff on top of it.
Yep. That's what it looks like. There we go. Yeah, whatever the hell that looks like. So you can spend a good bit of time in here, but yeah. So it's interesting. The only problem is that the sale's long gone. So maybe there'll be another sale someday.
Oh, I'm sure they do every summer and winter. Wintertime sales coming up, right?
Yep.
Does it happen before or after Christmas?
There'll be another one after Christmas, I think. That's where people get to spend their Steam gift cards and such.
Right. Morning, Peg.
Howdy, Miss Pegg, and how's Sad?
Yeah, Seth has a
Howdy,
rare
howdy.
night off work.
Howdy.
Hey, there you go. Awesome. Joan and Chris said that they had other plans this weekend and next weekend, so we won't see them. And I don't know.
That's fine. I will make rolls for you.
You will die.
Allow me.
Oh no, new character for
Oh, okay,
Chris.
that didn't last long.
Ah, shucks. I forgot to put the positive in on the positive and the negative on the negative. You switched them.
Can't believe Jane just ran off that cliff like that.
And Sparky's car too, no less.
Hey, now watch the car. Watch the paint.
What paint?
Yeah, exactly. The rest will survive. Don't worry.
It's a nice charcoal color.
What you doing, bud? What you doing, buddy? The cat is very tentatively visiting. He's like, I'm not sure there's enough room for me right now.
How can that be? He's able to push stuff off, right?
He just did, yeah. Okay. Hey, well, what are you going to do? You made a little spot for yourself over there. Oh man.
And I try and blockade Pandora off, but she always finds a way.
Well, this one started chewing cables up here. I mean, he actually, I noticed when my keyboard started connecting and disconnecting from the computer. So he managed to chew enough of it to break a connection there, gently. So it's like, not good, man.
Yeah, because all I see in the future is the cat from Christmas Vacation.
Yes. Well, to that end, I tried getting something that should, in theory, prevent him from doing that. It doesn't work. He loves the taste of it.
Figures.
No, I mean, seriously, I sprayed it there and he runs away from the spray because it sounds like a hiss, but then he comes back and he just, oh yeah, that's interesting, and starts chewing it more.
This is nice.
Yeah. Like, man.
What is he chewing on?
Like, ooh, sriracha.
USB cables.
Oh.
He's already
I
damaged
found
one
like
pretty
chili
badly.
powder on stuff is very useful, but I don't know how well it would stick to a USB cable.
Well, that's kind of what we're talking about here. It's not hot, but it's bitter. And
Well, apparently he likes bitter. Try hot.
yeah, I know.
Save the teeth on USB cables.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's just up there teething on it, and I don't know. If I tell him don't do that, he'll stop for a little while, but then he just goes right back to it after a few minutes. So, oh well.
I heard some funny Tesla story. They ran out of these 3-foot-long USB cables to finish their cars in the factory, and they went around like some big city in California buying out all of them because that one little cable was preventing them from, their production being completed. And it was just a standard USB cable.
Hell of a thing. Let's see here. You gotta find the button.
Finished Wednesday today. It was pretty good.
Cool. I was curious.
Logan liked it, and I'm still about halfway through it.
I haven't watched it yet. Normally the kids watch it without me, so they kind of fill me in.
Right.
It's like, thanks, guys. I totally wasn't interested in seeing it.
They saved you some time.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Book of Boba Fett. I was like, all right, I got time. I'm going to watch it. Oh, this is so good. So he does this and this. It's like, never mind.
I mean, for a show like Boba Fett, where it's a lot of action anyway, not so bad. But if it's like a detective show, I would understand.
You won't believe the twist at the end. Who really did it? No. Right.
Yeah.
Who did kill Laura Palmer?
And for Micah Table.
Well, thanks, Cap. I'll find that glue later.
No, or not.
Foot sticks to the ground. All right. Well,
Or you'll be like, why has that cat been laying in the same spot for 2 days?
oh no, she's dead. She let herself stuck and starved. So I say before we get started, I forgot to add in the chat on Discord, because you ended the season, y'all got 80 improvement points add to your pool or unspent on stuff. I can read that now.
Oh yeah. I like this. Already sizing us up for our coffins. New character number 1, new character number 2.
That was for
Kristen Jones.
yeah. But who knows? We might be using those yet. Alrighty. But yeah, just a quick recap, y'all. We're sent on a mission by Max to go investigate a low-level gang that was doing too well. Xander gets kidnapped. Damone does basically a jaw-dropping show on the street on top of a flaming car, getting street cred. A firefight ensues. People get hurt. You kind of end up in stalemate in the trade where you get Xander back in a very catatonic state. And some revelations that there are some major players coming into Night City trying to make some changes. The 4 Horsemen. You met Famine. You know of who would be Plague, but War and Death are still unknown. And this has Max very shaken up, and the plan is that y'all are going to relocate to a kind of a secure location for the time being and try and get Xander out of his catatonic state, which will lead to Xander. So Xander,
Have we tried slapping them yet?
Oh yeah, we
Try that.
dropped him carrying out of the car. You know, everything.
banged his head against the wall. So this is where we last left off, was after Max kind of explained what he knew in his past, kind of gaining trust for everyone. Jane desperately trying to help him. So this is just an old, Ripper Doc clinic. This is mainly meant for, getting enhancements, getting, cybernetics. This is not really meant to be a full hospital. It's not meant for that. It doesn't have the equipment. And Jane knows what, or has a theory of what did this to you, Xander. And she told the group, which was, well, it's sort of a new program that's coming out. It's very popular. It's called a brain dance. And what that is there's a harness put over your head that's very small, form-fitting, and essentially images are beamed directly into your mind to where you feel that you're in this experience that's happening full on. And a lot of organizations will record these incidents and will try and use them to gain information, all sorts of things. Well, they did something a little bit more evasive to you, which was they basically raped your mind. They went in and inserted themselves into your mind, trying to gauge who you are, who you know.
Remember Jane Hood? I know a mansion and a yacht.
Well, Xander, you've been in this room for a while, and to you, it's the only thing you've seen for the past couple of hours. This room. Look out the window. It's bright. You can barely tell if there's trees or something. You hear people moving outside by this door. So you hear voices coming from outside this door. You kind of see the windows are open. They're not locked. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm just now conscious. I'm not exactly sure who I am at the moment, I think. I get my bearings.
Well, all of a sudden, you hear a voice from across the room going, "So, what's your name?" Is it up here at the top?
He says it.
He says, Xander. Xander looks, there's an old man sitting in the chair across from him that wasn't there before. He goes, Xander. It's an interesting name, Xander. Tell me why you're here.
I have no idea. I turned around, and here it was.
Excellent. Excellent. You still remember a little bit. Well, Xander, you can call me the guide, because I'm going to be guiding you around this place for a while. We're going to take a few trips down memory lane, and we can get to know you a little bit more. How's that sound, Xander?
You probably won't like what you find.
Oh, that's fine. This isn't the first time. Let's see. And almost like magic, you're at the club you normally go to meet Max. Everyone's standing there like normal, but they're talking, but it's almost like muted to you. The only person actually moving around is this guy right here. He's the only one dancing the movement. He's the only one actually functioning normal. He sees you and he comes over and says, "Come on, Xander, you gotta live it up. Life is short. Don't you ever take joy in life?"
No.
Figures. Well, this was an important day. This is when all of you, came back victorious from your first mission and, became an official group working for Max. All your friends are here. Or I shouldn't say friends. You take no joy in anything. These are your associates. Am I right?
It was payday.
Exactly.
Ludwig's in the background talking on the phone about setting up a new nonprofit for charity, increases philanthropy.
He was a philanthropist, but everyone, doesn't interact with you except this gentleman. He goes, well, I mean, this is the most, this is a newer memory. It's not lost yet. Let's see. Let's go. You see him move his hand, but there's nothing from him. So let's go way back. So Xander, this place is very familiar to you. This is your childhood home. You see your father on the phone. See your mother. You see you. And you see an old childhood friend. Everyone's happy. Everyone's having a good time. You see this individual pop up beside you. Look at this. So everything wasn't all just narcissistic, bullshit, was it, Xander? You were happy for a time, weren't you?
What, are you supposed to be Christmas past?
I like that. I'm going to use that next time. That's really good. Yes. Okay. You hear a muffled voice. Hey, we're gonna do the Ebenezer Scrooge. We're gonna do a Christmas Carol bit with someone. You hear the mic, sorry. You can call me that if you want. Be a pretentious asshole till you die. It's okay. I'm used to it. We're having fun here, aren't we? Aren't we, folks? He goes, so 2 kids playing. Well, I don't remember you having siblings. Was that a friend? Wait. Is that? It must be her before the surgery.
You leave Eugene out of it.
It was her. Oh, Jean. Well, these are your memories, bud. I'm just taking a stroll through it. You're just along for the hell ride. But, it's funny. A lot of good things have come from that. I mean, not for you, but for certain other people, it sure has. Doesn't that make you angry? Make you want to lash out? Get mad at the world? Oh, wait. That's what you do. All of a sudden, you're sit back to here, and there's a different person sitting in a chair smoking a cigarette. You never really coped with what happened to you. That's what led to this road of self-destruction and destruction of others. Am I right?
It's just destruction in general.
Well, I mean, it's been working so far. Gosh, I could only imagine the property damage done to you that you have done and done to others, but no. That's not what we want. We want other things.
Collateral damage is what I'm paid to do.
No, aren't we all? Speaking of collateral damage, whatever did happen to your family, I wonder? You ever wondered who actually caused you to fall from grace to not be a high-level person of society?
I just blame Arasaka or somebody.
Wouldn't you like to know who it really was? I mean, really be able to put a name, something to give that energy to?
I figured out eventually. Yeah, I'm blipping the bed, sorry.
No, you're fine. Let's see. I'm sure the information's all there. Same house, but you remember this. This was when everything went wrong. Your father and mother were killed and your house burnt to the ground. This was when Jean was abducted. Your mother rushed you into a secret passage to hide you. You see this cat talking to you and goes, This is the day that everything changed for you. Your father tried to keep Jean a secret because he realized what he had done, what the corporations wanted. All of a sudden, we can make human cyborg weapons. Battle angels, as though that ancient picture text. You want to know who did it? This gentleman right here. A friend of the family. Bet that gets your blood boiling, doesn't it, Xander?
Somehow I'm not surprised.
I have a name.
I've learned since you can't trust anybody.
Good words to live by. You learned that pretty early on when you were young. I mean, you were barely a teenager when you did your first gig. Brought to here, the bank. And you see your father talking to you. You know, I'm sure if your parents were still alive and saw the lives you had taken and everything done, they'd be quite ashamed of what you had done. I mean, this was your first big gig on the streets. Went in, guns blazing, took out the guards, some innocents. While everyone's, stocking everything up, you take a good chunk of the change and leave them all to die from the cops. Smart. You learned very quick that the strong survive in this city. And you're a valuable asset, Xander. One that I don't think people have really given you much thought about.
Sometimes being in the shadows is a positive thing.
Very much so. Interesting. And you're brought back here. The man with the cigarette still sitting there. Well, I've gained all I can from you. You've done good, kid. Done real good. But the problem with this interaction is you might not actually leave this room. This may be all you have. So I guess I'll just keep that name in my pocket because there might not be much choice. You're not going to be able to exact your revenge, and that just seems too cruel to do to someone as cruel as you. And he takes a drag of the cigarette. I've always wanted to smoke in an oxygen-rich environment, haven't you? No matter.
I've done a lot of smoking lately. That's the problem.
Well, all I can say is that I've really enjoyed this time with you. You see him turning on something behind him. And all I can say is gotten all the information I needed. This is just kind of a gimmick, messing with people. I enjoy it. So I'm going to leave you now, but I will leave you with this. He flicks the cigarette, and you see this avatar just disappear. Just boop. And all of a sudden, make it big enough. There you go. Come on now. This big fire start. And you just hear this disembodied voice. Ta-ta. Have fun. And you hear almost like a disconnection. The fire is growing. I'm going to take y'all back to here. So everyone in the present, just heard the plan from Max, which is try and get Xander better and try and get all of our equipment moved to the secure location.
Why is Jane putting that blowtorch near Xander's face?
Because it keeps calling for fire.
Max goes, I am not the doctor, but I'm not one to question what one does. But Jane, do any medical checks you can do. Okay. Pretty good. All right. So you are sure that what has been done neurologically to him, and that the equipment you have here may not be able to snap him out or heal him correctly. You might have to take him into an actual hospital and do a little poking and prodding around. And that information's kind of passed along to the group. So, Xander's in a kind of a purgatory-esque state. He's there, and he could go up or down at any second. There is a hospital that's close, but you'd have to, you drop him off there with Jane and stay there, or you could go split the team. Some go with Max, some go with Jane. Set everything up to where once Xander's better, you can quickly take him to a secure area. Because Max is pretty sure that the people we just interacted with might be trying to finish everyone off. So,
if they were trying to finish us all off, they could have done a pretty good job of it back there. They let us go.
It's called a catch and release.
Now, what I'm saying is, we may not be the ones they're trying to take out. Now, you, on the other hand.
I only have small theory of who these individuals might be, but I have theory it could be catch and release. They were vulnerable too. You found their operations, firefight that ensued. They have probably done the same thing we're doing now, reconsolidating. They probably gathered their resources, moved their equipment to another location, and now they are gearing up for the counterattack. We know who they are. They see that this threat. They've been hiding this operation, and no one's been bothering them. They probably want to keep it that way, and I don't think they're extending partnerships.
It didn't seem to be the case, no.
If we take Xander to hospital, they'll know, and they'll attack it. I have a place we can go, but I have not been there in a while, and I do not know of its condition. It could be full of nomads from the race. It could be full of junkies. I don't know, but I may need help clearing that out. So,
What's the benefit of that spot over this spot?
this spot is in the city, where everyone knows that it exists. No one will know about this place unless they stumble upon it. And it's a bit remote, which is an advantage for us because we'll see anyone coming.
Well, Jane, does he have what do you think about his chances of if we have to wait a while before we do anything more? And how do you, by the way? Yeah. He may have the audio issues.
We're going to have to swap. I'll be dead and lay on the bed. You come over here.
Hello?
There we go. We got you.
All right.
Okay. All right. Now that you can hear me, sorry I'm a little late. What do I think about this, about his situation? How unstable is he?
So he's
That's normal. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
He's unresponsive. He's as silent as he was when he was conscious. In your professional opinion, you think what was done to him was neurological, so they messed with his brain quite a bit. And right now he's in a stable state, but he's not great, he's not bad, he's just kind of in this weird quasi state. And that's what has you concerned, because at any moment this could change. And this facility, it's not meant for, major surgery. This is, a Ripper dot clinic. This is just mainly meant for cybernetics and little things. This is pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, my question was meant to ask, we could get him to the hospital in 5 minutes. But if we go do this thing that Max is suggesting, it might be an hour or two.
Can Sparky do anything hardware-wise to make him more comfortable?
You can roll.
I don't have any cyberware.
That's not going to stop Sparky.
Yeah.
The wrench comes out and say, what are you going to do with that? Watch.
I can't tell him shit.
Where's that blowtorch?
So You walk up to him and you're looking at the holes. They're
Oh, he's
drilled
dead.
into his head. He's dead. Move on.
That was one of my favorite Asimov stories when the AI robot took a screwdriver to open up his human friend that was sick to fix him.
Yeah.
It seemed like a good plan at the time.
Okay, Sparky, stop.
I know how we can fix them. You're sticking wires into the holes. I've seen this done. He's attaching to a car battery.
Sorry, I was looking at the manual upside down.
Oh, great. Now he's leaking.
He's putting patches on the holes. So
Just change the note.
So looking at what was done to him, you know, there's not really much cybernetic in his head. It's mainly what they clamped onto him that was whatever it was bored into his head, and all the magic happened inside his skull. So there's not much you can do for him because there's nothing for you to like kickstart in his head. It's
Right.
he's
right.
you know, he's got a normal brain. He doesn't have anything, any attachments in there. He doesn't have any neural link interface or anything you can hook up to.
All right.
Which gets back to the original question. Is he going to be stable for the next couple of hours for us to move him to this faraway place that Max has in mind?
Well, that's up for the GM to call based on the paramedic or the roll I made here. I hate making a second roll because the dice love me.
Yeah,
Well, that's pretty good.
yeah, it's still good.
Yeah. So with what little you have here, he's stable. You have him hooked up to certain things. You have monitors telling you everything. You just can't resuscitate him in the sense of bringing him back to consciousness here. You think that if you keep him on life support, he could theoretically hang on long enough to secure an area, then take him.
Well,
If he stays here, you might have to figure out something to make him portable.
well, figure out something to make him portable. Time's a wasting. Let's get going.
Chop him little pieces. Nobody carry a piece.
And Sparky, if you want to make a tech roll, you can.
Oh yeah, just basic tech.
So between the two of you, you have a way that you might be able to make a portable life support system. It'll just have to run off a vehicle, basically. But it's not, it's pretty shitbox edition. But Sparky's like, oh no, this will work as long as you don't, cross the wires. And for Jane, like if you can keep this life support system going, you'll keep him stable. He'll be on oxygen, he'll be on IV drip, all the works, pumping the necessary fluids into him. And you have enough in this little clinic that you have enough adrenaline and other stuff that if he did flatline, you could immediately, jab him and zap him.
I mean, I've got if worse comes to worse, I've got a cyro pump.
Mm-hmm. So,
if worse comes to worse, I could popsicle him.
Perfect. All right. So everyone kind of relays that to the rest of the group. And Max is actually impressed. He's like, I knew I picked you for a reason. He goes, we will leave Xander's car. No one can break into it. It's meant to self-destruct if anything or anyone other than Xander gets in it. So I think it will be fine what it is. We will collect it later. He will collect it later. Now come, we have much to do. So everyone, you see Sparky is already, attaching wires and cables in his vehicle to some machinery, and basically y'all just plop Xander in the back seat and kind of cover him up. Jay and Sparky getting, his car, and the Moan said, Lublick all look at Max. He goes, "Oh, you can hop in my car over here." And and he basically gives coordinates to Sparky and goes, "Follow me. We're going to take a trip out into the Badlands."
I mean, is the car decent
Oh, you'll see.
before I get into it?
Oh, you'll love it. It's totally your style. It's familiar to you too. Actually, Sparky immediately recognizes it when he pulls up in it. So it's in the Badlands now. The Badlands is basically the area outside of the city main. It's still within Night City's territory, in which you go too far, you're going to get blown up. But this is kind of where a lot of your farms are at, where your nomads hang out, the wind farms, solar farms. And he kind of heads north of the city. And, eventually, you're leaving the city limits. Now you're in the desert. And this is not the best map in the world, but you're in the northern quadrant of this map. You're away from the sea. There's deserts out that way. If you went south to that open area, you'd risk hitting the border wall. He's wanting to go a little bit further north where it's more open. You're driving. Eventually, you see him veer off a road. And you come almost what seems like to the side of a mountain, and very hidden. You find this facility door. Pull that up.
Osco.
Yeah. It was known as By and Large. So, yeah, so at the top, so that's the car Max picked you up in. And the whole time, the Moan, you were kind of staring at it and staring at him. But yeah, that's the flying car he wanted you to steal back for him. He just went and got it.
Well, he's a man with the money.
Oh, I didn't pay for this. I just took it. But
You did pay for it. You remember?
Yes, totally. I wanted it back. It's a good car.
Okay. It is a good car. Yeah, that's fine.
So you see him walk up to this gate, and he's putting in the code, and he kind of stops because he notices it's open a bit. He goes, "Oh, shit. I didn't leave it like this."
How long did you say you were here last?
I want to say a month ago, maybe 2. I come out here to make sure the power still works. Spend a few days out here getting everything, make sure diagnostics work. Then I leave and lock it up. But I guess the password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 was not good enough. And you see him kind of pull out this massive, heavy pistol. Goes, "All right, surf's up." You see him slip in.
Take a peek inside.
So it's very echoey in this facility. It's when you go in, it's in the mountain. It's huge ceilings. It's a bunker. You kind of see faded Militech insignias. There's still stuff covered in the plastic. And you hear some voices in a far corner of this room.
Okay, kind of ping where those are.
So over yonder. And I'll roll him too. Load for me. Right. So Max kind of does that halt section, halt to you, and he holds up 4 fingers and he points, and sure enough, it's very hard, but you can kind of see illuminated. There are 4 individuals over here. They're going through these containers over here in this quadrant.
He held up 4 fingers. I think he means there's people playing golf over there.
He kind of turns back and goes, I'm going to get closer, and then I'm going to shoot these pieces of shit.
Hang on a second. You can let me have my chance. You can shoot him anyway.
He goes,
Okay. So kind of wait for everybody else to get in position so they can shoot these bastards. And then I'll go talk to him. I guess is
We're
Happy?
missing Logan's character here.
yeah.
Let me get him moving.
Well, we don't see him on the screen at
yeah, I'll
all.
fix that.
Okay. Whoa, larger than life.
There's a
Oh
giant-
my gosh.
Who made him angry?
Alonzo, go fix this for us.
Ferrigno mad. There you go. Sorry about that.
Hey, don't chew the cables. We talked about this. Good boy.
Pegg, is there a wall here?
This is actually like a stairwell, and it's kind of like a rail, but you can see through the rail.
All right,
So
that's good.
There are sections you can shoot through.
And rails are the perfect cover. They block so many bullets.
Make them magnetized. That'll take care of it. Okay, so it looks
Our
like
people trying
everybody
to
that wants to
figure
be
that
there. All right.
Sits standing next to Lude.
So I'm gonna walk on the opposite wall for where everybody else is prepping. Because when I get their attention, I don't want that to be drawn in a line to them. Yeah. Jen's like, I can see it from here. Okay. And when I get to about right here, I had been trying to, be a little quiet. Take a deep breath and whistle up a tune and say, hold on. Is this just gentlemen or ladies and gentlemen?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Just no weapons out. Just slowly.
Well, you get a good look at them, and it's 2 guys and 2 girls, and the guys are huge. They're like jacked. They're like, and you see that the girls kind of go, whoa, hold on.
I ain't here to mess up your day. I just want to talk. Come to about halfway and stop.
This one actually, when you go there, one goes, that's close enough.
All right.
We can't hold them back too long.
I just want to say, you do your thing. You want to go through them crates? I ain't got no problem with that. There's a place in here that I want to go. I just want your agreement that we can both be in here together.
Well, you see, both the girls kind of look at each other and they go, it's like, no. We found this place first. It's a gold
That's
mine.
not true. That's not true. Little lady, that's just not true. Yeah, some friend of mine found this place a ways back. And mind you, I got a similar problem as you. He wants to just go in there guns blazing. That's kind of the way he thinks, but I don't think that's necessary. I think there's enough here for us to share.
Excuse me.
See, that's one of my friends now. That sneeze echoes cavernously. Got you. Through the whole place. Yeah.
Tense up.
Sparky loads a clip of rubber bullets.
I ain't asking you to leave. I'm just asking you to, mind your own.
Well, you can see the second girl's really trying to hold the second guy in the back. She's really trying to strain him to hold back. And he goes, ours, you go. He's not the smartest one of the bunch.
And that's fine. That's fine. That crate of yours looks great. And there's other crates too. Doesn't matter to me. That stuff, least important thing to me right now in the world. But as I say, I'm going to be in here. And there's probably going to be others in here. And I don't necessarily want to tangle with you. Just have your fun. Just stay out of our way. That's all.
When you say that, this one speaks. He goes, well, we can't do that, sir. We are claiming squatters' rights of this place, and we'd kindly ask you to leave.
Squatters' rights. Well, that's rather civilized of you, actually. Well, the thing about squatters' rights is, they only apply if the owner has truly abandoned the property, and I had to say, they haven't. He kind of points over his shoulder to the Militech insignia. Now, I think I'm giving you a really sweet deal by just letting you take what you want to take and avoiding a bloodbath where it's not necessary.
So,
I would have already used a rubber rocket.
so you see this one, this girl right here, she kind of walks forward away, leaving him, and goes, Militech hasn't been in here for years, probably since the bomb went off in Night City the first time. This is probably where all the big woods hid till the radiation moved off so they could actually move back in.
That's true. That's very true.
And sorry you didn't get back in here in time to change the locks, but gotta say, it wasn't the best password. I mean, honestly, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're able to easily get in here, and we've been in here for quite some time. This isn't our first day in here. We're just letting all the musty air out. That's why the door's open.
Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed about that password thing. Talk to management about that. But the thing is that, an outfit like, well, any of the big corporations, they don't necessarily have to keep everything spick and span if they want to reuse it. Resources are limited. An outfit like this, as you say, has been previously used, but that doesn't mean it's been abandoned. So, again, I'm not saying that you got to leave. I'm saying that, that stuff over there is of no use to me and others. But there is, something in here that I'm interested in. I just want you to stay out of the way.
Well, she looks back and goes, what is it you want? If you have it, will you go?
I'm afraid we're gonna have to be here for a little while. It's a facility rather than an item.
Well, see, that's the problem. We want the facility, not just the stuff in it. I mean, this is a great hideout. I mean, we can really do some damage from here.
Let's see. Well, I guess you're kind of forcing my hand. Yeah, I guess you could do some damage from here, but only if you're still alive. Remember, this is a one-time offer.
So she's very unsure. And she's like, she looks back at the other girl. She kind of walks over. You can see him, very hushed tones, talking, looking at you, looking around.
And he just kind of whistles his tune. It's okay. He's not in a hurry. He's in a hurry, but he's not in a hurry.
And this one right here walks forward and says, that was a cute speech and all, but last I checked, there's only one of you. And she snaps her fingers. And as she does, you hear a shot go out and takes off 2 of those fingers. And you look at Bax. He shot, he fired the gun and goes, sorry, finger slipped.
And yeah, that Damone, takes a couple of steps forward and holds up his hand over there. Well, we're still negotiating here. Although now we might be negotiating over medical attention. Lady, are you all right? No, I'm not fucking all right. Yes.
Well, she's going, that was my snapping hand. Quick, activate him.
Oh, dear.
You hear Max go, you got to shoot the hands. The snap activates the berserkers. We'll go ahead and roll for initiative.
I see you rolled for Sid.
Yes.
Our guest star is here today.
Oh, good.
didn't mean to roll twice. Again, that's the
Okay, that'll work for now. So Sparky.
Sparky is going to move. Let me see here. How far can he move?
What is your movement?
5.
Okay.
25 feet or okay, there we go. 5 squares.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. No, he's gonna go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's gonna go out into the middle here and lop off the Is this guy just built or is he cybered up?
That guy's just built. He's got armor on and he's just ugh. To me, roid shakes in the morning. That's what it looks like.
I'm sorry. I'm going to I'm going to wait for somebody to come close enough to me not to have a 25 to hit. I'm going to wait until they get within 25 feet.
Gotcha. So, all right. So, girl in the red runs up and she whispers something into his ear. And then she will turn around and she will shoot at Damone because that's all she sees.
I forgot I left Damone out there by himself.
Now she,
I'm used to it.
we'll see. We'll see if she even hits. Yeah.
I'm sure that would be a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, she hit you.
Okay.
All right. Oof. 1 dice. 1 more 6. That would have been a critical injury. All right. So 11 against your armor. All right. So Max, you see Max move up out of that area. So not everyone's bunched up. And he actually pulls out a rifle with a grenade launcher underneath. He fires off a round right into all of them. Really at that red chick. Nope. He actually missed. No, wait. No. He got it. Barely. So you see a grenade go off right there. Let's see. How many dodges we get? 1 dodge. So 1. Okay. We'll say that one takes it. Okay. So grenade goes off between everyone there. And we see big guy kind of just shake that off. And he actually moves out here. Because now he knows Max and 3D are there. And he whips out. Let's see. He pulls out a pistol and he's actually going to shoot a 3D. That'll hit. All right. And she actually will move to him. And you see her do something to him. What does she have? And she'll shoot at. She won't. All right. She's going to shoot at Max. All right. Lude.
Well, I hear the activity. So I go charging in and I throw this grenade. It is I guess it's under my ammo. EMP, yeah. Gonna try to throw it at the other people before they intermix with our people, you know. What do I roll for this?
Athletics.
Yep.
Perfect. If there's anything I'm good at, it's athletics. See? Double digits.
Well, let's see. Are you aiming at back here or right here?
Back away from Damone.
Okay. We're going to say about you.
It's a grenade. You don't have to aim.
You still got to throw it. Still got to get there.
Well,
Okay.
Or you get a dog, you train it.
Okay. Let's say that goes off. So EMP grenade goes off right here. The guy staying there doesn't seem phased. But both these girls scream out in pain. Obviously, it has affected them. One's clutching her eyes. The other, she's almost shaking right now. All right, Damone. All right. All right. That goes off. And they can't really dodge it. The two girls, they're blind. See if he does. So this guy, you actually see him move back a bit. And yeah, they these two take it. Okay. So they're pretty rough. Actually, at this point now, both are prone right now. They're not dead, but they're prone. All right, Jane.
Okay. Movement is 6 yards, so that's a hit.
Yep. All right.
I forgot he's
That's an
very hard.
incendiary round.
Mm-hmm.
Possible hit.
No,
Either
the
five
it hit.
square.
He evaded. All right. All right.
What was that, Steve?
These are feet and not yards. And I was never mind.
Yeah, the ranges are yards. The measurements are in feet.
All right.
All right. What's Sid do, John?
Always possible he fell back asleep.
That's all right. Sid will be a good bodyguard, and he will move in, and he'll just place himself as a shield between you and what may come.
He's always getting in my way when I'm trying to shoot people.
He'll stand roughly to the side, so if the shot comes, he'll dramatically go, "No!"
He yells, freeze.
Freeze! Stop in the name of the law. All right, Alonzo.
All right. Alonso's going this way. Find the right weapon. Okay.
Okay, big hit. He's
Bang.
still there. All right, Sparky.
All right. Sparky has his held action. He's going to go ahead and fire his shotgun.
Gotcha.
And as his action, he's going to he's going to follow Alonzo's route, and he's going to head out like over here between these machines and fire off another shotgun round.
So, you missed the first time.
I only needed a 15. 16 minus 6. Okay, never mind. I see what it
Yeah,
is.
you the first one. Yeah, you
It's a 10.
missed. Yeah, the second one does hit.
I wanted to throw something out real quick for the yards feet thing.
Mhm.
When you create the map, you can change the unit of measurement on the map so that when people do their distance measurements, they actually see yards instead of feet.
Mine does not allow yards.
Well, you can say a custom. That's how I do light years, or light minutes and seconds and stuff. Then you have to change that each square, which is 5 feet, is now 2 some yards, or however you want to do it.
Let's say that for next one. Okay, she's incapacitated. All right, Max. Pulls out that pistol. Fires away. All right, neat. That guy will shoot back at Max. Max will try and evade. He won't. All right. That one's still lying on the ground, crying. Lewd.
Oh, I thought you were just being lewd. I didn't know you were talking to me. Sorry.
Don't be
Well, I,
lewd.
I, of course, run forward and shoot. What else would I do? Whoever that is in front of Max.
Some big juiced up weirdo. Well, you hit him. Evade. Yeah, they're just rocking this shit.
Quit rolling good, dang it.
It's only working good for the bad guys. I don't know why that is.
I have a feeling I know.
Roll 20 self-aware. All right, back to the bone.
See, which one of these was clutching their eyes?
The one in red was clutching her eyes. The one in black she's like not even moving, crying.
3, 4, 5, 6. So walk right up to the one in black, pistol to head while she's crying, and say, "Call him off, or you're dead."
So you can tell she cannot see you, and she kind of, what did you say?
Right. The red can hear me though.
Yes, she's just clutching her eyes.
So put the again tactile contact to feel the pistol. Call him off, or you're dead. And you can do with that what you will.
And you hear her start speaking in a foreign language, and all of a sudden he becomes docile. See him holster the gun, and he walks back over here. And you notice this one never attacked. He has just been defensive. He's getting out of the way of a grenade. He has not jumped in to intercept you.
Good, thank you. If you'd just taken up my offer in the first place, you would have had some loot and survived. But no, had to make a fight of it. Greed. Gag them so they can't speak. Tie them up while they're incapacitated.
So while you're doing that, Max is literally looking at these big guys. He's just poking them. He goes, "No cybernetics, yet they follow their every command," pointing to the girls. What did they?
Yeah. Well, maybe we can figure that out later. Let's work on our friend.
He goes, "Yes, yes." So he goes, "I will relocate these individuals, and I need to change the lock on the door."
Or you could hire them to work here. I don't know.
They want to stay, yeah.
I would only keep these two. He talks about the guys. You can never trust someone you've had in a firefight. They might always hold it against you. No, they must be relocated.
Well, Damon's not going to ask. Just let's deal with Xander and find this place where we can try to stabilize him and get him back on his feet.
I always heard the ancient art of, what was it, Bushido, where you could only know someone once you cross blades with them.
I'm Russian. I don't know this bullshit of cold you talk about. But, he puts them all in this crate, and he actually presses a switch. You see a thing, grab it and take it down a tube. It's like, that will drop them off at the next stop, and they can use that place. I didn't lock the container. They'll be fine. He goes and he turns on the lights to this place, and it's massive. He goes, "You are on the first level of what was a Militech bullet shelter. I don't know if it was ever used or not. Most of the stuff was in disrepair when I got here, maybe from neglect. But this is my fallback. There's plenty of room for machinery, equipment, weapons, ammo, people. But most importantly, this bunker is still connected to the net. And this has actually become Gemmer's home."
Ludwig looks out front to where that crate's going, and he sees a big automatic loader with UPS on the back just kicking it along the road. roughly handling it to put it on the next transport.
Drops it, picks it back up.
Jammer, let you put her out here with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the lock combination.
She's not on this level. The elevator has its own code. It's
What's that? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, I'm not an idiot. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Come on.
Right.
And listen,
Okay.
that door's still sealed, so they didn't get past that one. But she's far below where it's cooler. I will show you one
It's
day.
too, but it's not stroganoff.
Well, it's a secure room where she won't have to worry about overheating. And or about people coming to get her. At least I thought. Because let me change the code and we'll go. I know of a hospital we can go to. So wish I could have like a Batman thing. Come up. So this is the hospital. So Jane basically brings us to this doctor who's a friend. And the blood's not from Xander. That's from another patient. He tries to, don't worry. So they converse, bringing everyone else to the map. So everyone else is kind of away. They don't want to clog up the room. Most everyone's there because, what else is there to do? Either.
Wait, you said there was a net access.
There is net access over there. So if you want to stay at the bunker, you can. Or you can help. So if anyone wants to stay at the bunker, just say so. That's where you'll be. All right. So everyone's at the hospital. And most everyone's kind of been told to wait out front because you can't be in the room. But Jane, the doctor, is basically saying, okay, what you've said is true. And if we're lucky, we've wired him into this machine. It should stimulate his brain, and it should give it a jump start to snap him out of this. Now we gotta be careful because this does have a chance to kill him, but we can resuscitate him. All we have to do is wait, which brings us back to Xander and his head. Okay, so Xander, you're in a room that's on fire. What do you do?
Well, I guess I'll go for the open window.
So you open the window, and you are about 30 stories in the air, and there's no fire escape.
So much for that idea. I guess the next thing is take one of these mattresses and try to smother it.
Okay. So you do that. Struggle with it. You pick it up, you poof, poof, poof. And he knows it's actually spreading the fire.
Yeah.
Not really taking it out like you thought.
How far up does it go?
So it's touching the ceiling.
No, I mean, we're 30 floors down. How many floors up?
You look up, and it almost seems to go on forever.
About the same. Okay. Doors, of course, locked.
You never tried it.
Yeah. We'll try.
So you still hear voices out there and the sounds of people walking.
Beat on the door, yell fire.
So, you check the handle. It's not working. It's not budging. You beat on it. And it feels heavy. It doesn't feel like it's made out of the material it looks like. And you're screaming, fire, fire, help. And it almost seems like no one's out there. You still hear the movement, the talking, like people are walking down a busy hallway. But what they say does not change when talking to you. You can roll a perception check if you want.
Hmm.
Okay. You can tell there's another door.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
So go over there, and it's unlocked. It actually moves, and you go through it, and you're basically you come out into an identical room. It's just this one is not on fire.
Hmm.
And you came in through that door.
I guess we'll just keep following the cycle. See if this other door is unlocked.
So when you go back to this one, it opens up back to the room that's on fire.
Okay.
Check this one. So,
Sorry, I thought I came in the other door. Sorry.
So you went through that door to come in through that door. So this is the one door you haven't tried yet. So if you go back through that door, it's the room on fire. If you go through that door, make this fun. Here's my dice. Which room do you end up in? Ooh. Neat. You end up coming into this room.
Hmm.
You actually enter in down here through the door with the smoke coming off it.
Hmm.
You go to check it. It actually doesn't budge. And these two individuals go, what the hell? And you notice you have a gun in your hand. The gun you normally use all the time.
Nice. All right. Oh,
That was low.
why did I not show up on there?
Did you select your token?
I did. Let me try again. Well, now I'll go shit. Figures.
Perfect. Well, both are going to shoot you.
All right. I guess I'll try to dodge.
So one shoots you. The other shoots you. I don't know. The other misses, so just make one evasion. Wow. Or is that for everyone else tonight, huh? Okay, well, you get a chance to shoot back.
I mean, I'd evade really good in my own head.
Don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't let roll 20 hear that. So you have every weapon in your inventory on you. So use wisely.
Close guy.
All right, you hit him.
All right.
The tables have turned. All right. Cool. All right. So that one ain't feeling too good. All right. And same thing. Okay. So you evade the first one.
All right. Same with the second one, or you want to use one for both again?
Well, we can use one for both if you want, or you can try and beat 29.
Yeah, probably not.
All right, so just 10 off that. Ooh, you're lucky. 2 5s. There are 2 6s. You may react.
All right. I'll go back after damaged boy.
Mm-hmm. So he is now bloodied. All right. I both shoot. Yep. Okay, yeah, evade both.
Very good. All right. Cannon on damage again.
All right. He's barely hanging on.
Yeah. That one got me.
All right. All right. Well, I doubt a 6 or 7 beats your armor, so
yeah,
you may retaliate.
All right.
All right, he did. I doubt they hit you, but
yeah,
doesn't matter. All right, you may retaliate.
Okay. First one down.
Yeah, he's dead. All right, they're bloodied. I'll shoot back in retaliation. Where were you earlier? I could have used you to shoot back.
Like I said, I do this matrix stuff in my own head.
You're in my world, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Figures. Had to catch up with me soon.
Yeah, that's the hit.
Still by you. Yeah.
No.
All right.
Doesn't matter. That damage doesn't even break your armor. You can just roll to shoot. Oof, this might do him in. All right. So that person goes down. All right. So you notice, in here that your mother is there, as well as all this fire starts to kind of go away. And she'll see you and she'll go, Xander, save your father. You see this gentleman right here.
Mhm.
And you recognize from earlier when you were here first, this was someone you knew as a child.
Right.
That your father called friend. And he's aiming a gun at your father's head. And he keeps saying the same thing over again. I just want the girl. Give me the girl, and this will all be over.
I do what I'm best at.
All right. You hit him, and he's distracted. You just see a burst just go straight through his body. He, blood on the window. Riddles backward. Very dramatically slumps down. You walk up to your father, and he goes, "Son, thank God you were here. He was trying to take Jane and give him to Arasaka. It's like, thank God you were here. Let's get Jane. Let's go home." And at that moment, as soon as he kind of like embraces you and brings you back, you come to in the hospital. You're very groggy. You're like, hey, kind of like that.
Yeah. Damn it.
And Jen, you basically see Xander's eyes pop open, focus. Xander goes, I need a cigarette.
Not quite yet.
Right now, I just take Jello. I don't care.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Xander just points his, lifts his middle finger.
Mm.
That many. And Jen, you're like, yeah, he's fine. So everyone in the waiting room area basically hears he's okay. He's awoken. And, basically Max comes in there and goes, get any travel? The doctor goes, well, yeah, he can travel. I just wouldn't recommend it. He goes, cool, thanks, got to go. And basically snatches y'all, you up and kind of helps carry you out toward the front door. It's at the top of the map. And when you walk out, Xander, you see this guy. He kind of goes, you have a good one, son. But no one else sees that. Just you, Xander.
Nice.
And y'all get and head to the bunker. And that'll be the end of episode 1, season 2.
Here we go. Great. I got Scorpius in my head.
There's always something left behind. It's just your conscience.
I hadn't heard from him in a long time.
Exactly.
I don't know. It might be Smokey the Bear in disguise,
Now there's an idea. Remember, Xander, only you can burn them all. What, Smokey? No. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it'd be a picnic, boo-boo.
Give in to the bloodlust. What's happening here?
So their own version of Cocaine Bear, I see.
Yeah, okay. They're making it. They made a movie. They dropped it together not that long ago. Needless to say, they'll be taking my money.
Yeah.
Can't pass up seeing a story like that.
Yeah.
That thing will make a killing. Like, that's all I can think.
I should have released it around Halloween, a little bit more appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
In that end scene, did Xander's eyes glow red when no one else was looking?
How do we know?
No
We
one-
weren't looking.
Yeah, no one noticed. Everyone was kind of like, yeah, he's alive. Fist bumps.
Asking for a narration viewpoint.
So, for a narration viewpoint, his eyes don't change color, but you notice that he is distracted. while staring at something that's not there. A ghost, a phantom, a phantasm. You're not sure, but something's affecting him still. So unless he says something about it,
And he doesn't.
it's gonna be like
Don't
I'm gonna work that in to a game at some point. Someone we're doing a mine heist on who? Some writer from the past. I don't know. It's Charles Dickens.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening here?
Light the lamp.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go into this other guy's head, and it's gonna be Jim Henson doing the Muppet Christmas Carol. It's the same thing as before, but weirder.
And that's why this brain dance thing is never going to get off the ground.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2077.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can buy the brain dance stuff now. It is available.
It's right there with
expensive. Well, right now it's expensive. It's also still seen as taboo, even though what isn't taboo in Night City.
It's just kind of buying the high ground and battleground.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Pegg.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry, that was short, but I wanted to ensure the Xander plot line was finished.
A moment in Xander's head.
Ain't that scary?
It was.
At first, while doing this, there was a video someone had made about Team Fortress 2. One of the characters is named the Pyro. He wears a full suit and he has a mask. You can't hear him talk. He just goes, and it's like an interview with his teammates. Like the heavy's like, I don't fear any man, but him, I fear him, and what goes on in his head. And in his head, it's like sunshine and rainbows and all this beautiful things. He's having fun, like, hey, but the reality is he's just this murder machine.
Oh, that's just Meet the Pyro. That's the actual official Meet the Pyro video.
But you're right. It was really good. I really enjoyed all those Meet the Whoever's.
Yeah. The spy one was pretty good. That's what I almost wanted to make it for Xander. What's really going on in his head?
Incense and peppermint.
Where's the fun in that?
Something like Lollipop Chainsaw.
I enjoyed that movie. It was weird, but it had some really good fight stuff. Or I'm thinking of Sucker Punch. Never mind. I'm not sure about yours.
It was a video game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sucker Punch is interesting if you can get past the plot. Throws you for a loop.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is a weird plot, but the fight scenes are really cool.
Am I watching the same movie? What's going on here?
Yeah. What's that be today?
He's feeling better. He had a wicked bad nosebleed last night. I had no idea what caused it. He's on a medication right now for what's affecting his acid reflux, and we feel that's probably a side effect is, occasionally have nosebleeds, because this thing was bad. It was like, if I don't get this stopped soon, I might be making a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only have so much blood before you have to worry about it,
Yeah. It's like, how much is too much? It depends.
Dry weather gives me nosebleeds. I have to have a humidifier.
Yeah, me and Lindsay were considering.
Shove petroleum jelly into your nose before you go to sleep.
It works. No, we were considering bringing out our humidifiers and just putting them in his room, just see if anything would help.
Yeah. Logan went through a spate of it for a while too.
It's everyone.
Blood for the nose guy.
Hey, Corn's getting a new codex. It's gonna be a good day on Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
Did y'all play Warhammer 40K Dark Tide?
When it works on my end, I keep having server issues.
Like the waiter won't bring you another drink, or?
No. Sometimes I'll load in, and right now it's better. But during the beta, it would load in, and I would just be floating arms, and I couldn't interact with anything, and so I couldn't get it to I couldn't get the game to close. It wouldn't respond. So much so I couldn't get Control Alt Delete to work. So I'd have to completely hard reset, come back, and then like I'd actually have a session. I'd get into a lobby, but it wouldn't come back to the hub. And I still have that problem. I'll be able to play and not have a single issue during the match, but once the match is over, I can't continue, and then it like just crashes. So, but I mean, I've been enjoying most of it. I mean, it's pretty lore accurate, and it's actually fun compared to most other 40K first-person shooters that have come out. So, it's something I'd recommend if you like 4-player co-op horde shooters. It's pretty fun. I prefer Vermintide. That's the Warhammer Fantasy version, and it's more hack and slash. It's pretty fun and enjoyable.
I had recently played that Alien Fireteam Elite, and it's very fun, but there's not a whole lot of missions, you know. So
that's what I've heard.
But playing through them once was definitely worth it. They got the sound effects of those pulse rifles down.
Yeah, the last Alien game I played was Aliens Colonial Marine, and man, that just yikes.
I heard Alien Isolation was a pretty good horror game, but I didn't play it myself.
Oh, it is terrifying because what they did was if you had a mic plugged in, anything you said would be transmitted in game to where the alien would hear it and come find you. So
why
if
would
someone's
you have the mic on for a single
I
player?
know. Well, it was basically like a troll on streamers because they're gotta be talking into a mic for stream. It's like, oh, want to stream Alien Isolation, eh?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but I mean, even with the mic feature turned off, man, sometimes that game would get your heart rate going. But yeah, it was a good horror game. It was definitely a redemption for the Alien series video games for sure.
All right. Well, good show, Peg. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Strolling through my own head's always interesting.
Said he was sad he slept through his one turn.
Sorry. No. We'll try and fix that for next time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pegg.
Be well, all. We'll catch you later.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you.
Good night, y'all.